Hello friends, very good afternoon. Welcome to Engineering Basic. Today we'll learn about DBMS architecture. And if you haven't subscribed this channel, then please go and subscribe to watch my further videos. Now let's see about DBMS architecture. What is meant by DBMS architecture? DBMS architecture shows how data in the database is seen, or we can tell viewed by the user, and helps in design, development, implementation, and maintenance of the database. And database is a collection of vital information for a business, company, organizations, and so on, and also provide fast and accurate access to all the data. Now let's talk about its type. There are three types of DBMS architecture: one tier architecture, two tier architecture, and three tier architecture. Now let's talk about one tier architecture. What is meant by one tier architecture? One tier architecture is also known as single tier architecture, and we can tell it has one layer one layer. Okay, we can tell one layer. It has one layer. Architecture 2 has two layer. Architecture has 3 has three layer. Now, one tier architecture means client, server, and database all run on the same computer or same machine. It means client, server, and database all lies on the same machine, or we can tell in same computer. Okay, here is the figure. This is the client and this is a file server, means database. Server means, okay, what is client means? Client means user, we users, browser, customer, consumer, buyer, and so on. This is the client. And what is server meant? I have talked about client, server, and database. Means what is meant by client, server, and database? Client means we user, browser, customer, consumer, buyer, and so on. Server means computer provide data to other machine, or one machine provides data to another machine, that is server, and its user known as the client. We use that machine, so we are the client, right? And what is meant by database? Database means storage, or we are storing anything, that is database. Understood what is meant by client, server, and database? In short, we can tell one tier architecture means in which client, server, and database all lies on the same machine, right? All lies on the same machine. Now we can take an example one. Now we will install Oracle. After completing this, we will install one Oracle after some days, that is database, in our computer or laptop to practice SQL queries. This is example of one tier architecture. After some days, we'll install Oracle software to practice SQL queries. How to make a table, how to install, how to select, how to create, this all thing, that is the SQL queries. Correct? And however, commercially uses of this one tier architecture are limited. Understood what is about one tier architecture? If not, then please comment me. And if you do not like this video and what is the fault in this video, then please comment me. From next time, I will improve that mistake. Now let's talk about two tier architecture. What is meant by two tier architecture? In a two tier architecture, data is kept on a server. Where data is kept? Data is kept on a server. and the presentation layer. And the presentation layer is operated on the client. What is presentation layer means? Such as PC, personal computer, mobile device, tablet. Tablet means screen touch, laptop, and so on. Understood? And API. API means protocol. What is API means? Here API. What is this API means? API means protocol or interface. Okay, which is known as ODBC. ODBC means Open Database Connectivity. This is one drive. ODBC is a drive which permit client side program to communicate with DBMS. Understood? The most of DBMS nowadays include ODBC drive. Which drive? ODBC drive. ODBC means Open Database Connectivity for their DBMS, Database Management System. For what? For DBMS. The DBMS is more secure according to two-tier architecture because end user is not directly exposed to it. For example, we can take two-tier architecture of desktop application, Excel sheet. As we know that what is meant by Excel sheet, Word document, desktop game, right? And one again mostly regular example is data management system. In one developing using MX Excel or MX Excel, MX Access or MX Excel. This is the example of two-tier architecture. This is the database. This is the client. We can use 4 client, 5 client, one in this, one client and database. Server means data in which we are transferring data from one laptop to another, one machine to another. That is the server, right? I'll not make a long video. Let's talk about now 3-tier architecture. Understood? Two-tier architecture means in which client and database are there, right? This is also known as two-layer architecture. Now let's talk about 3-tier architecture. The 3-tier architecture is the development of 2-tier architecture. What is 3-tier architecture? Development of 3-tier architecture. And it has flowing layer. 3-tier architecture has flowing layer. That are the presentation layer, which is our PC, tablet, mobile, screen touch, or we can tell touch screen, laptop, mobile device, right? Application layer, that is our server. Database layer. This is the example of 3-tier architecture. Here is a client. By keeping any information, we are giving the data to server. The server give the data to store DBMS database. Understood? We are keeping any information, right? We are keeping any information. First, we are giving to the server. For example, @guru99.com. This we are giving to the server, and it is stored in the database. This is the 3-tier architecture. Now, this DBMS architecture has an application layer that stands in between the user and the DBMS. What understood this means? This has an application layer that stands in between the user and the DBMS. For what? And communicate the user request to the DBMS system, and the DBMS response to the user. We are the user, so DBMS response was right. When When data is passed to the user, when data is passed to the user down to the DBMS, DBMS means database management system, the application layer, that is business logic layer, or we can tell application layer also, handle function logic requirement and guidelines. Understood about three-tier architecture? In simple, we can tell briefly one tier architecture means in which client, server, and database are on the same machine, right? In two-tier architecture, client and database are there. In three-tier architecture, there are in three layer architecture client, server, data server, and database in three different ways. Understood? Here is the example of three-tier architecture. And if you haven't subscribed this channel, then please go and subscribe to watch my further video. I'll make every video of I'll cover all chapter of DBMS and how to make a table, how to create a table, how to select, how to insert, how to delete, how to update, everything. I'll give you a simple logic to create this all the tables. Okay, and if you haven't subscribed, then please go and subscribe and like this video.